Hello and welcome back to another video. This morning I decided to print one of my baby's burp cloths. It was looking a little bit plain and I just wanted to add a little bit of colour. I wanted the printing to be really fast, so I decided to use a stamp that I had already carved and a little ink pad. The fabric of the burp cloth is super thin and lightweight, so it's really easy to print. I do think that the size of the flower stamp was a little bit big and I would have liked something a little more delicate and a little bit smaller, but I didn't have the time to carve a new stamp, and I'm pretty sure I don't have any stamp rubber anyways. Recently washed the burp cloth and the ink washed really well. It lost a tiny bit of the pigment, but overall the colour has stayed really nicely and the shape of the print has also stayed really well, so I would definitely recommend these little ink pads for fabric printing. I wanted to experiment with creating a multicoloured print. I don't exactly know what to call this. I've done gradient colour prints in the past, but I wanted to create more of a kind of marble effect with different tones running throughout the print rather than a gradient which has like horizontal or vertical lines of colour. I wanted something a little bit more mixed together. When I was rolling out the ink, I definitely regretted my choice of colours. I think that they look horrible on the palette, but when I rolled the ink onto the lino, it didn't look so bad, and I just rolled the ink onto the lino in completely random ways to mix the colours together a little bit. Also, the red ink that I used is quite old now and it's a little bit lumpy, so when I rolled it out onto the palette, it looks super lumpy, but the pigment is still fine and it prints really well, so I'm still going to carry on using it. The colours looked much more subtle on the paper, which I definitely preferred, and I think the print turned out quite nicely for an experiment. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely something that I would try again, and I'm sure if I work at it I can get a better print overall. I'm really sorry that the videos recently have been quite short. I don't have too much time and I'm just trying to film where I can. So I really appreciate the continued support and thank you so much for still being here.